Hey everybody, welcome back to the Wiki Sasquatch channel. In this video we're going to be reviewing Skeleton Warriors, the 2-pack. They're the exclusive from specialty toy stores and they glow in the dark. Also, I'm going to be doing the Man Infiltrator because I got him kind of late, so I didn't get to do him with the rest of that wave. And I'm going to be doing Eldor, which is a Super7 figure. I just thought he was cool, and my friend Master Versal Toy Hunter Eldor kind of inspired me to get him, so he's pretty cool. So we'll look at him. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're going to start out with the Skeleton Warriors, and this is a 2-pack, and they're slightly different, but you can interchange things and kind of mix and match them and switch them up, and it has a lot of different weapons, so you got a lot of options for army building. Also comes with an exclusive comic. There's the artwork. You see they're kind of the equivalent of the Eternian Guards deluxe figures as far as army builders. And there's the side there, got one coming out of the ground. And the back looks really cool. I got several packs of these, by the way. You see there, you got a bunch of Skeleton Warriors, and you got Skeletor up there, kind of commanding his army. And then here you just got one hand coming out of the ground with a sword. So, since the hands come off of stuff, you could actually do some kind of interesting scenes with some coming out of the ground. Just have the top part of them, or just an arm or something, so that's kind of cool. So let's go ahead and open it. So that's what they look like out of the box, pretty much. Okay, mini comic there. Alright, so let's look at this. So this one's got more purple, and they both have orange on them, but this one's got silver helmet details, and this one's got orange helmet details. Mostly silver and black, and this is mostly purple and black. Underneath they're pretty much the same, but you can, like I said, you can get several of these and swap them out, so you can have this one completely silver looking instead of having the orange helmet. Or you can put the orange helmet one on the purple, and it still matches because it's got some orange. So you can kind of mix and match them, and if you got several of these, and kind of differentiate them a little bit. And you can also take the tops off, and you take the skirt part off here if you just want to have them in their underoos there. And we'll take this off in a minute to show you what they look like underneath there. And they got a selection of weapons. I'm going to swap their heads back so they look like they did out of the box. Alright, let's try some weapons in their hands. So you can put a sword in his hand here. Now the thing about these, you got to be careful because their hands are kind of tight. I don't know if you can see that, but just when some of these might do better to slide in them instead of trying to put them in from the sides or whatever. And you only get one sword between the two, so they can't all have swords, unfortunately. Sword, I don't know if I said sword or shield. Shield, they got one shield between the two, that's what I'm trying to say. And that one you do have to kind of go in from the side. I learned it's easier to go in that way and then kind of spin it around. It don't really, their arms are so thin that this doesn't really clip on, but, and it has like this face on the shield there, like a skull. Yeah, let's give him an axe. Alright, so here's the surprise. I already opened the other ones. So I already got a little battle scene going on back here. You can really tell what they can look like in a battle situation. And like I said, you could have like some just coming up out of the ground, like if you get you like a little mound of dirt or something and have it look like it's coming out of the ground over here. So you could do that kind of stuff. So I'll probably do that with a couple of them, make them look like they're rising up out of the ground when I get it in my display over here. And I'm just really impressed with these. So here's one I've taken the shirt off. So this is what they look like without the, well, not the shirt, but their breastplate armor, I guess you should say. That's what they look like underneath without anything on. So they're pretty cool. And you can actually use these for customs. I just wish the helmets would come off too and you had just a plain skull. That would be really cool for as far as making customs and stuff like that. But unfortunately the helmet doesn't come off. But that would be a really cool detail. Especially if the mouths would open too. You could have some of them hollering and some of them with their mouths shut. So that would also be a cool detail. But they're pretty affordable for 2 packs. So I'm not going to complain. I mean, they are what they are for the price, and I'm okay with that. If they get too expensive, you can't really afford the army build them, so, you know, that's alright. So, I'm gonna keep this one coming out of the ground over here. That's kind of cool. And then I'll put him back here. I'll put Scare Glow in here too, just because he glows also. So let's turn the light off and see what they look like as far as glow in the dark. Alright, so they glow really good. I'm really impressed with how well they show up on camera with the glowing details. And Scare Glow is not really the one commanding them, probably in the storyline, but he should be because he glows in the dark too, so it just makes sense. And as you can see, the most they can hold at a time is 2 weapons, so you get a bunch of extra weapons if you buy several, so you could do something with those too, make a kind of armory or something out of them, or use them for some of your other figures. And you could, if you want to have some of them without their breastplates, you could use these for customizing another figure too, maybe. You could even paint them to use them for something else. So next, let's do the Man Infiltrator. I got him after I got the other 3 in that wave, so I'm including him in this one. And he comes with the same mini comic as the Spycore and Squeeze and Serpent Claw Man at Arms, so you can see the mini comic in that video. Just check out my playlist and my channel. Let's see what it says about him. Posing as an Eternian Royal Guard, the Man Infiltrator silently sneak around to take out heroes. And then you got Serpent Claw Man at Arms. And I'm not really sure who that one is. If you know, put it in the comments. And then here's a couple of Man Infiltrators. Okay, then it says, push Snake Staff of Halberd into hand. Not really sure what that is. You can leave that in the comments if you know what the Snake Staff of Halberd is. I don't think that's it. This looks like your regular kind of axe there. But anyway, posing to powerful battle positions. He does come with one of the snake staffs like that. So I think that might be called the Snake Staff of Halberd, whatever that is. But that's not what it's picturing there, I don't think. So let's go ahead and open him up. Okay, here's his schematic. It looks pretty much like the Eternian Guard schematic, I think. And that's what he looks like out of the pack. I noticed this one's helmet. Okay, good. I was going to say, his eyes were kind of covered up. But that's what it looked like in the package, like that. So, if you're an in-package collector, you might not appreciate that. Alright, so there you go. Now, he looks pretty much like the Eternian Guard with just a different head. And back of his head's got this kind of green, kind of like green hair. And like I said, you can move that around. Let's see how far down it'll move. Okay, you can pull it all the way down to see his face there. Kind of cool looking. It'd be cool if you could take that off. That way, if you got several, you could kind of do some different things with them. But that's coming off. Let's see if we can fix that. All right. So we're going to give him his staff, his snake staff. That's the clue that gives him away. So there he is. And I apologize for the sound. I realized in the last video, every time I put something down, it makes a big sound. I had some cloth here and it wasn't so bad. And then now everything makes a big thump. So I'm working on doing some different things with the sound. So bear with me on that. But it should get better. So we'll set him back here. And let's get to Eldor. There he is. And he's from the Powers of Grayskull Super7 line. Heroic Guardian of the Book of Living Spells. Contains stickers. I think the stickers go in the book. I was reading on the back here. It says, Profile. Heroic Guardian of the Book of Living Spells. Responsible for transforming Gray into Hero, the most powerful wizard in the universe. Weapon. The knowledge of the ancients. Origins unknown. Okay, the Book of Living Spells. The Book of Living Spells contains the ultimate secrets of Preternia, the secrets of transformation. Thus, whenever Eldor opens it, he can uncover all the secrets of the past, present, and future Eternia, and change it. For nothing on Preternia stays the same, as you will soon see. Okay, how to assemble. Snap open book from either side as shown. Peel off adhesive back to Tyrannosaurus Rex sticker and Bionotops picture and match them to corresponding engravings as shown. Peel off adhesive back of Hero sticker and Eldor picture and match them to corresponding engravings as shown. Eldor has hands that pivot at the wrist for holding the secret book of living spells. And at the bottom it's got it says coming in 1987, so I know the Super7 didn't do these in 1987, so I guess they just did these to look like the original card, sort of. And then you got Bionotops, Heroic Bionic Dinosaur. And the other two are the bad guys' dinosaurs, I think. Tyrannosaurus Rex, most terrifying dinosaur in the land of Preternia. And I'm going to do a custom one of these. I found a cool T-Rex for like $20. It's remote control and everything. And I was like, I'm going to turn that to a Tyrannosaurus Rex. So just if you want to see that, subscribe. It'll probably be a couple months before I get to that, because I'm going to do the Jabba's Palace diorama first, and I'm also working on a Haunted House Ghostbusters playset custom and a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle sewer layer. I'm trying to duplicate the one that they're selling for $300. So it's coming along pretty good. I'm working on it now. The Jabba's Palace playset should be here today, so I'm going to jump right into it because I've been playing it for a year. And then I got some other stuff. I'll probably do the Haunted House next because Halloween's coming up. And then I'll probably get to this Tyrannosaurus Rex custom I want to do. Alright, then you got Hero, the most powerful wizard in the universe. And Turbodactyl, heroic reptile with jet wings. I didn't realize he was heroic. I thought in the comic books originally he was... I don't know. I have to go back and look at those mini comics. I got the omnibus with all the original mini comics in it. I was thinking the bad guys were using him. I thought Bionotops was the only one that was heroic. But anyway, those were all cool. I wish they would come out with those. I don't know if they're doing the Powers of Grayskull in the Origins line, but maybe they will eventually. I'm hoping. And I was hoping they'd do Gigantosaurus as one of the choices for that Eternia's Choice poll. But They didn't do any of the Powers of Grayskull stuff as a Eternia's Choice poll, so they may not be planning on doing those, but I hope they do, because I want Megator and Titus, all those, so that'd be cool. Alright, so here he is. I'm about to open him. Okay, there's his mini comic. We'll look at that at the end too. Pretty cool. There you can see the card art. Got like a Skeletor skull or something there. So this figure, quite different than I'm used to for the He-Man. I guess he's built like the original He-Man figures almost. It don't have that band in it. It's got a hinge on the leg there, so that's different. But it doesn't have bendable knees or the bendable or the rotating boots. And the arms only go up and down, but his hands do move so he can hold that book. I don't know if all of them from that Super7 line did that. It taught like that was a unique feature in on the back. This cloak does not come off. Not easily, anyway. It's not made to snap apart in the middle like the Origins ones, so you would have to cut this off. And it's pretty hard. It's almost hard plastic. You can bend it, but so you can see him up in there. His head doesn't tilt. It does turn back and forth, but it's kind of tricky. And you can kind of see he's got a helmet up under there. If you, like I said, check out Masterversal Toy Hunters page, because he is Eldor. He's the real life Eldor. So he has the outfit just like this. So this is Eldor Masterversal, the Masterversal Toy Hunter figure. Okay, so we got our book here, and it snaps open. You got stickers on here. It also flips open this way, I guess. Maybe. Okay, yeah. So it kind of extends out like that, and you put 2 stickers there. You flip it the other way, and 2 stickers there. So we'll go ahead and do that real quick. Okay. Here's the stickers. You got Eldor and the Bionatops. There's like He-Man right on that. And you got the Tyrannosaurus Rex and Hero. Alright, and it says to put the stickers on in the corresponding thing, but I don't see anything. Let's see. So match them to the corresponding engravings as shown. I thought it would be like some kind of pictures on there to show you which one's which. I guess it's just showing you there where they go. So let's see if we can figure this out. So both sides look the same, so I don't think it matters which one's which. So it snaps together really tight, by the way. Alright. So I believe they're the same on both sides. Let me check again. That looks the same as that. So I don't think it matters which one's which. So we got Bionatops and Tyrannosaurus. I was kind of curious, because this is an older figure, if the sticker adhesive would be dried up, but it stuck fine. So fortunately, we didn't have any issues with the sticker sticking. They stick like they were made yesterday. Now, I don't know if somebody had one stored in a place that wasn't climate controlled, might be a different situation, but this one must have been taken pretty good care of. I got off eBay. I don't think it was too much. On this one, it shows it going this way, but that doesn't make sense. That's how it shows it on the card there. But they don't fit that way in this section. So I'm going to do it like the other way, the same way we did the other ones. Because it fits in the square that way. And I don't think I paid too much for this. I'd have to go look. I think I paid about $20-something counting shipping. He wasn't much more than an Origins figure. That's why we hadn't got him. I want to say it was like $18 plus shipping or something, but I just thought he'd be cool to have for the Eternia playset, because since we didn't get the 3rd tier or whatever on that one, with that I forgot his name. He looked kind of like this guy, but he had a blue tunic on, I think. So it start with a K. Can't think of it. Kill charge. Okay, this one's got a mold place there where the mold injection was, so it left a nice little circle there. Same over here on this one. The other side didn't have the mold injection stuff, so it was smoother. So I hate that. Well, it would have been nice and smooth. It's got that place on it, yeah. That's just how it was made, though. And this part, little snap thing, kind of came loose. I may have to glue that. It's got these little pegs here. I don't know if it needs glued. It may just snap on there. I think it was glued and it came loose. Yeah, I'll probably glue that. But there's the book. Let's get him to hold it here. Since I need to glue that side, we'll use the side with the dinosaurs. So he's able to hold the book. I don't know, this hand seems like more of a supporting hand. Might be better to do this one. That way we can kind of fit that there, maybe. I don't know. It ain't easy for him to hold it. It may say he holds it, but I don't know how. It don't look like he can hold it. Maybe if he's sitting down or something. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You guys got this figure and know how to make him hold this, you let me know. I don't think he actually holds it, though. If it has something supporting it there, like a little podium, that'd be good. Maybe if he rests on his legs. I just don't see how, though. If Master Versal Toy Hunter's out there, I bet he knows about this. Is there a way to make him hold this? You can make him hold it as far as like play or whatever, but for displaying, you'd have to prop that on something. But he looks cool. I like his cool little book. And it's a big book, so I guess he can say, okay, here's the book. I'm going to set it on the floor because it's so heavy. There. Alright, anyway. That's Eldor. Not to be mixed up with Coldar, which is coming in the next video. Alright, so let's look at this mini comic. This is called The Bones Beneath. This is the one that came with the Skeleton Warriors 2-pack. Heed this warning, O Tale Seeker, for not all heroes win the day. This is the epic of Garrick, one of the greatest warriors of the land, whose fate was the curse of doom. Noble knight, his prowess in swordplay was sang about throughout the taverns of Eternia, but as dedicated as he was to the king, Daddy, he was even more so to his daughter Roxana. Together they lived a prosperous life until destiny turned against them. Lay waste to all that you see. The dead armies of Skeletor invaded the villages on the outskirts of Randor's kingdom, including Garrick's keep. A terrible battle ensued. Garrick and his forces were far outnumbered. Valiantly, he tried to defend his stronghold, but to no avail. However, he fought with such skill and ferocity, it impressed even Skeletor. Garrick's remains were taken and resurrected into his new sinister form. Rise, Cadavar, leader of my skeletal warriors. Rise and fight for the force of darkness. At first he was imprisoned. There was no way of controlling the swordsmen who remained loyal to King Randor. Skeletor carefully studied the warrior's past and learned of his devotion to his family. He leveraged it against him, trapping his daughter in a dungeon orb. With no choice, Garrick reluctantly served his new master, training the undead armies of Skeletor, whom he summoned from ancient battlefields across Eternia. Krakow! I love it when it says Krakow. Over time, Cadavar's sentiment grew. He felt embittered against King Randor, for whom he made the ultimate sacrifice, yet had nothing to show for it. Now all he cares about is freeing his daughter. Skeletor often dangles Roxana as a vaunted prize, but time and again he reneges on his promise. Sickened by all the lies, Cadavar devises a plan to free his daughter and rid himself of the curse. No more. If Skeletor doesn't fulfill his pledge, I will seize my own fate. That dungeon orb that imprisons my daughter is somewhere down here in the catacombs. All I need to do is find it. Halt! A clever disguise, Cadavar, but you forget. Though my eyes may deceive me, my nose knows your stench. Step aside, Beastman. This doesn't concern you. This is Skeletor's store of treasure. You will not touch a trinket. I only wish to free my family. You think you're better than us? Absolutely. Ack! Who do you think you are? A father. He's going up the steps. Roxana, where can you be? Looking for something? Father. Let my daughter go. Now. Worry not, my most loyal warrior. Your daughter is safe, and you will see her someday. All you must do is obey my every command. Ha 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 ha. Roxana, we will be reunited, I swear it. That's a sad story. Oh, man, it's sad. Anyway, let's look at this one. This is the Eldor, the Powers of Grayskull, the History of Eldor. Let's see, there's a bunch of stuff in this. The History of Eldor, compiled by the Power and the Honor Foundation. In 1985, Mattel began developing the future of the Masters of the Universe toy line, set to debut in 1987. This new direction would build upon the newly introduced Three Towers of Eternia and the Snake Men, and would eventually reveal both He-Man's ancestry and Skeletor's dark secret. The toy line was to be known as the Powers of Grayskull. In 1987, Mattel began to tease a new direction for Masters of the Universe, with the appearance of mysterious new characters in the world of Eternia. At the end of the original Masters of the Universe toy line, 3 dinosaurs were released in packaging bearing a new Powers of Grayskull logo. And the box artwork for Turbodactyl featured an unknown warrior in golden armor riding on the dinosaur's back. This was the first appearance of a new character in the planned Powers of Grayskull line, hinting at what was to come from the Masters of the Universe. Although the golden warrior was later featured on the packaging for the giant figures Titus and Megator, no material ever appeared showcasing the cast of new characters in full or revealing who this unknown character was. Mattel's 1987 U.S. retailer catalog ultimately solved the mystery with photographs of 2 prototype action figures from the Powers of Grayskull line, Hero and Eldor. So there's the picture. Got Turbodactyl with Hero, and he's snatching up King Hiss there. And there's the picture of the figure we just opened. Eldor. New, contains real holograms. Eldor is the heroic guardian of the Book of Living Spells. The magical book contains the secrets of Preternia and Grayskull. So I guess the original one had like maybe a lenticular kind of stickers on them. So they actually look like they were moving. During the early development of the powers of Grayskull, designer Alan Tyler began exploring the look of Hero's mentor, Eldor. His first sketch was a modified version of an early Hero concept illustration, developed under the name Doran the Mentor. That's kind of cool looking. Oh, I might have to make a custom of Doran the Mentor. I'll just call him Mentor, like Eldor. Alright, let's see what else we got. Oh, those are cool too. I think I like the first one better. And that's kind of like what we ended up with. I like what we ended up with too, but that'd be a cool custom to have of that one. Mentor. The character's look evolved into an old man in a monk-like robe to better fit his role as a wise old soul whose mentors... The character's look evolved into an old man in a monk-like robe to better fit his role as the wise soul who mentors the new protagonist, Hero. Tyler's designs went through several iterations on this theme, exploring ornate and simple costume elements and a variety of body and head styles, from a bearded man to being made of faceted crystals. Alright. There's a cool look at it. You kind of see his helmet in that one better. I wish the cloak would come off. That'd be kind of interesting. But, let's see. There's some symbols there. Accompanying the designs of both Eldor and Hero, Tyler also conceptualized a crest with a stylized version of Castle Grayskull titled The Legend of Grayskull. This crest was intended to be a symbol of good that would be featured on other characters in the Powers of Grayskull toy line. And here's all the parts, like a schematic for putting him together, basically. So he had the spring-loaded waist like the other ones do, where you turn him and he bounces back. Eldor's gimmick, like Hero's, would have been built into his accessory. Initially, a rotating scroll showing pages of his book was considered, but was replaced with a book of holographic stickers. Oh, okay. And you turn it. It had like a turning thing and it would change. So that's a lot different than what we got here. Holographic stickers are probably those shiny ones like they had in the 80s. If it was able to rotate like that, it couldn't have been the lenticular ones, I wouldn't think. Alright, and there he is holding that book with one hand. Yeah, he can't do that as the figure. Okay, in 1987, however, the popularity of Masters of the Universe began to fade, and ultimately the Powers of Grayskull was canceled, and Hero and Eldor unfortunately did not live on beyond packaging and catalogs until now. At long last, the Powers of Grayskull line continues with the long-awaited release of Hero and Eldor. There's Megator. Look how big Megator is. That's why I want Megator. He would have been a cool Mattel Creations exclusive crowdfunder, and Titus. They should have made a 2-pack of those two. Titus, heroic giant warlord. Weapon grabs attackers. Grabs them by the head, looks like. And they were going to go heavy into the Snake Man, so they are going heavy into the Snake Man right now, so they could do the Powers of Grayskull in the Origins line. We'll see. Megator, evil giant destroyer. Leg really kicks. Alright, and then there's nice artwork. It's got Gigantosaur on it. Got a Cyclone inside him there. I don't think the one they showed in the toy retailer catalog thing had the side that opens up to a base, but they did have another concept art or something of that. But the actual one they had mocked up would stand up on his hind legs, and then a gun would come out of his chest, a gun big enough for a person to sit on. So he was a big dinosaur concept. Would have been a great crowdfunder. Alright, and then featuring She-Ra and He-Man, the powers of Grayskull. 5 knitting patterns. Oh. That's what little boys want. Knitting patterns. Alrighty, well, there's Turbodactyl and Tyrannosaurus there again. You got Hero and He-Man. They're going to team up. So, he's pretty cool. That one's pretty cool. Skeleton Warriors are very cool. So I'll be doing a video on Snake Mountain here pretty soon. Probably one of my next ones I do. And then I'm going to do one with Koldar and Fangor together. And I just did one with Squeeze and Spikor and the Serpent Claw Man at Arms. And Duplico, I did a video with him with the Snake Face and the Dragon Blaster Skeletor. I'll be doing one on Duplicat and the 4-pack for the Diabolical Snake Man and Lady Slither. So check those out. Make sure you subscribe so you get notifications as I drop all these. And hopefully I got all my Masters of the Universe Origins figures caught up here in the next couple of days. They may be loading up on YouTube as the week goes on though. So maybe the next week I'll have all those done and opened. And then I can set it up with my theme up here. I'm probably gonna have to rework it all to get the new Snake Mountain up there. I got the old one up there, but I don't know, the new one's cooler on the inside, so I may put the new one facing the wall so you can see the inside and keep the old one facing outwards. But, I actually like the snake on the old one better anyway because it's got more detailing, unless I paint some yellow on the new one. But anyway, got the original Grayskull over there, and the Talon Fighter's way over there behind it. So I'll do part 2 when I can get over there to that. And then here's the new Castle Grayskull. So we'll pull that down and try putting the Talon Fighter on top of it, or the Mountain Dread on top, Point Dread. But I got a lot of work to do to get all this new stuff worked into my Masters of the Universe display. And it's going to get pretty congested, especially if I put all these Snake Men, and I kind of got a place for Snake Men over here. This is kind of like a placeholder. So I got a Snake Man worked in, and a new Snake Mountain. I'll probably put it over here with all the Skeleton Warriors. And it's going to get pretty tight in here as far as that goes. So I'm probably going to have to extend this all the way across, just this Masters of the Universe stuff. Which is alright, because this is all going to be Star Wars down here. And I got my old Jabba's Palace up here. All the figures have fallen over because I was moving things around. But I got the new Boba Fett's throne room coming, so I'll be doing a custom on that. So this will be going away, and it'll be probably bigger and more detailed. And it probably will go over further here. But it's going to have a place for the droids and dungeon and stuff, but it's also probably going to have like a little entryway, I'm thinking, and some steps coming down into it. Alright, well, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe so you'll get notifications when I do these other reviews I'm doing. I'm about to do Snake Mountain and Duplicat and the Diabolical Snake Invasion 4-pack and Lady Slither and Fangor and Koldar. So I got a lot of Masters of the Universe reviews still coming. Plus I got a lot of other lines I'm working on. So I got a Star Wars and G.I. Joe and Super Mario and Marvel Legends, DC Multiverse. I'm just working on a bunch of different stuff right now. So I'm all over the place. But you can click on the lower left there to subscribe, or you can click on the upper right there to see the video I just did for the Talon Fighter and Point Dread. Or you can click on the upper left there to see my other playlists of Masters of the Universe Origins reviews I've done. And thanks for watching.